This week is my week, so I bought the drinks and I've been stressed sat here because the ice is melting, but I think we're okay. So I'm going to get them.
Am I opening my eyes or closing my eyes?
Yes, girl. Oh, I know exactly what this is. The fact that there's ice and it's Meg.
That's like the weirdest way to hold a wine glass ever.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's such a Meg thing. I've just worked it out.
Heather, can you tell us before you open your eyes, what do you think it is?
It's a Hugo Spritz.
It is a Hugo Spritz.
It's a Hugo Spritz. Yes.
Chin chin.
Cheers.
Meg,
cheers.
you've taught us so well to know you inside out that we could immediately tell by the sound of the ice that it was a Hugo Spritz.
I'm in the market for a new drink.
What were you on before?
Well, I was doing wine, and then you just that really like wine hangover vibes. I don't normally get a hangover, but wine just does make me feel something. And then at the weekend I did vodka, and it just wasn't doing anything. Like vodka after vodka after vodka, and I was like, I'm stone cold sober, and I'm really not enjoying myself. So today's episode is all about Meg, also known as Kingscroft Home.
Got one part of Kingscroft.
One part of Kingscroft Home.
Yeah, we got to give
I
the
hang out
noun
with you
credit.
more than the other part, so
That's
I
not
always
what
just
this
think it's you.
podcast is about.
It's
Meg.
true. No, you're
Joking.
right.
So how did it start? How did the whole thing get started?
All right, so about a year ago, we got the keys to our lovely, lovely, ridiculous renovation project. And I basically thought, right, I want free tiles. That was genuinely my aim. And we got the keys, and I probably spent about 6 weeks posting twice a day on TikTok. Just, you can scroll back and see how bad it was. Like, it was fully just throwing shit at the wall and just seeing what stuck. And I mean, I learned a lot. Nothing really happened. Did a house tour, got about 2,000 followers, and I was absolutely buzzing. I was like, yes, okay, we're getting there. And I just kept posting. And then it got to the point where Miles started smashing up the bathroom because we realised there was a leak underneath the bath. We weren't living in the property, but we were trying to strip out the house.
I love how you say, oh, we realised there was a leak in the house.
Yeah.
When there
We can
was
put
an
up a photo of this.
entire floor missing from wood rot and water damage. It's like, oh, I wonder if there's a leak.
To be fair, let's go back to that as to how I ended up with this bloody house, because honestly, I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful house, and it will be amazing in the end. But me and Miles spent about a year and a half trying to find a house. So we were living in a lovely flat, but we decided the market was quite good. Let's sell this and move on. Like, we can upgrade. Let's get a house. We spent about 6 months looking, genuinely couldn't find anything. This is while we were selling.
And when you were looking, what were you looking for? Like, just like take yourself back to that first day where you're like, oh, first house we're going to look at a right move. Was it a finished house where you'd have to change the kitchen and the bathroom and like there wasn't really much reno?
Yeah.
Is that what you were looking for?
So we were
compared to what you got.
Yeah. So we were looking at, we actually called it a bit of a scale. So 10 out of 10, done, finished, literally
Move straight
nothing,
in.
perfect,
Turnkey.
nothing. 0 is like build a new house. So we were looking for like a 6 or a 7. So like we didn't really want one that had just been renovated. So like brand new kitchen, because it's unlikely we'll like it.
Yeah.
Like we went to go see a few properties where they had like gloss white kitchen with sparkly countertops that was brand new. And I'm like, if you'd left the old kitchen in, that would have taken 30 grand off the price, and then we could put our own kitchen
Yeah,
in.
and now it's at the price where you can't really make it your own. It feels
feels
silly
wasteful.
and wasteful to
It's
do
the
that.
wastefulness.
But some people love that. Some people don't. It sound awful. Some people don't have the imagination. That sounds awful. But some people
want
just
that.
want to walk
Yeah,
in,
no,
move
which is
in,
fair, but that's
turnkey,
not what you're
done.
looking
But
for.
knowing you and your colourful style and all the things that you like, and the fact that you really wanted these particular tiles,
Yes.
you needed something that you could put your mark on.
Well, partly, and I was happy with some bits. Some things like are quite neutral and not a problem, but some of them I'm like, why have you chosen this quite gaudy style when there's no need, or the layout's wrong, or something just wouldn't quite work for us. And we went to go see so many houses, and that first year we were selling the flat, but we did sell it no chain. We were like, if we need to, we'll get out, just because we were like, we know the market's about to go, and we were right actually, but like, let's get rid of it. Lovely first time buyer came along, took the flat, we moved out. We were like, you know what? Okay, let's rent for like 6 months to a year and see if we can like, cause it was 2022 or 3, I don't know. It was really quite volatile in the market. And we were like, okay, let's just get out and see where we stand. We waited about a year in this rental house, and Miles wouldn't let me look at anything, but we still went to go view quite a few properties in this time because I am persuasive. But by this point, I think we viewed 40 properties. So I've sort of skimmed over that. But yeah, we were house viewing 5 or 6 houses every weekend through the week. We tie ourselves out, to be honest. We'd gone to so many house viewings and there really wasn't that much on the market. Also, this was like, I think we moved into the flat in like around now, like summertime. And generally it's like Christmas that stuff starts coming back up again. We get to about November time. The house that we ended up buying came on the market. The listing didn't even show some of the amazing features that we've got, like the hallway and everything, like double height and stuff. And when we turned up, I was like,
as someone that was an estate agent
can
for
you answer
a
this?
hot
Yes.
5 minutes, and I did all the photography because I was not a salesperson at all. I don't even know how you would capture that. Like
Fair.
my role as an estate agent was I did the photography. That's all.
have
I
you
did.
seen the listing of our house?
No, I haven't. But
We'll have to
like,
show you those.
I don't physically know how you can capture that whole deal
Yeah.
in its entirety, because you're not only getting scope this way, you're having to get scope that way. And it's just like, and a lot of estate agents don't get professional photographers in. A lot of them do it on an iPhone.
But they should
normally
have just taken a
do.
photo of that window at least.
Just something, like
Yeah.
a hint of it, because they weren't great photos anyway, because basically the crux of the story is it was quite clear they were selling it to knock it down. Like they weren't selling it for the inside, they were selling it for the plot.
I love how someone decided that.
Well, yeah, the agent obviously, like, we'd always have these conversations in the office, and it would be like, oh, this is going to be a first time buyer purchase, this is going to be this purchase, this is going to be that purchase. So they obviously decided in the office that it was going to be a developer, and they were probably like, if you look back at the photos through a developer's eye, maybe they were showing different aspects, because a developer is not going to care about the lovely stained glass window.
No, exactly. So, but then again, the estate agent who we have met multiple times and have become quite friendly with, because we've had to go view it like 4 times, and then he's come round since and had a look at it while the work's been done. He wanted to buy it, but he couldn't because he has young kids and couldn't live there. So he appreciated the fact that it's a lovely house. Clearly he just took the like idea that it just wasn't worth trying to sell to an actual person who will save it.
Also, it was less that, but maybe he knew from prior experience that he would have developers at knocking at his door, obviously just wanting also to knock the price down.
Yeah.
Because that's what developers do.
Yeah.
And
knock the price down, knock on the door, and knock it down.
Yeah. Get rid of it.
it might not have been his solo decision, like the office or the other people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That were
It's
like,
true.
he's the one actually doing the viewings, but like the people that own the agents or whatever.
But look at you swooping in and saving it from being
We
knocked
did
down.
save it. So we, it's our house now, but the seller had a few different people trying to buy it from them. And I think they'd lowballed them quite far in terms of the price. And obviously, as I said, it had been up for 6 weeks. So they were very much like wanting to get rid of it. He had like family reasons as to get rid of the house. Obviously, it's a complete mess. He was living there, 92-year-old man. Like, honestly, I don't think that was a good thing. Like, it couldn't have been good for his health, how bad this house was. Like, we know now that it was leaking gas. We know now that the bath was leaking. He said that his granddaughter had broken the bath in the past, and that's why there was all this damage downstairs. But no, it was
No
leaking
one actually fixed
constantly.
it.
The plumbing was completely rubbish. Like, the soil pipe would go over into the neighbours. Like, there was lots and lots of quite dramatic issues. Obviously, the floor was falling in. So for him to get out was quite a big deal. Like, we wanted him to get out, not for our own sake, for his sake. So he was keen, but didn't want it to be knocked down.
No, of course he
So
didn't.
then when we
Which
come
is so
round,
fair.
and he, for some reason, thought that we had kids, even though we said multiple times we didn't. But in his head, we were a young family.
He can
So
see into the future.
He can
that's
see
what
into the
he can
future, and there will be kids there. I think he's lived there for 50 years. I think the house will be the house's 4th owners, and it's over 100 years old. So I think he had it for like 50, 60
Wow.
years. So he's lived there almost his entire life. And I think he was quite keen to get people in there who were going to save it. So
course.
he was willing to give us quite a good deal on it, which obviously we needed.
So was it a
considering.
case that you offered similarly or under or over the developers? Like, did you offer under and he just wanted you to have it, or like you didn't outbid them?
No,
He
so
just
the
wanted
bids
you.
were already in from the developers,
Yeah.
and he had already said no, but they were still lingering because it's a good plot. Like, we've got a driveway at the back and the front, so you could put 2 houses on the plot and things like that. I think we met him. He was at all the viewings, and he just liked us and was willing to get rid of it. And also, I think because we didn't come in on week 1, we were there 2 months later or whatever it was. I don't know. When
You
you're
had
selling a
time to
house,
think
you're
about
more.
it,
You've
yeah.
got more
Yeah,
like
at that
willingness.
point, yeah.
And he always drives past and is keeping an eye on it. Like, we'll invite him in when it's done for a cup of tea, and he'll be able to have a look around at what his old house was and what it is now. So I think if it had been knocked out and turned into 2 new build houses, it would have
You
been
can
a bit
imagine
depressing.
It would be
exactly what
crushing.
they'd look like as well.
Yeah,
They'd just be
absolutely
white
crushing.
box.
Which is exactly what we were avoiding. So
Well,
I'm
you're
very happy.
definitely going to avoid it with your free tiles.
Oh, yes, the free tiles. So we then make the Instagram account and no, we don't. We make a TikTok account. I'm so on Instagram now that I sort of forget that it all starts on TikTok, but TikTok's quite low stakes. So I was posting on there every day and it was quite a long thing. I think for maybe 6 months I was posting every day.
That's like tough feat.
Yeah, and I was just learning and my aim was free stuff. Really, I'm not going to beat around the bush, and we have got there now. I mean, it's not free totally. You do have to do stuff in return, but like in the real world, it's free. Let's be honest.
A lot of people won't know that there was even the potential of free tiles. What part of you knew that was even a potential, that by posting content and being popular and being influential that you would be able to work with a brand?
It's a good question. I actually don't really know. I guess from as you're saying that, back in the day, back in the, I don't know, 2010, 2012 or something, I always used to watch. When Heather was born. I used to watch a lot of YouTube when I was a teenager. I watched a lot of them growing up and I knew they got free stuff. Like I knew they got it in return for content, and I don't know where it all came from actually. My friend Ebby started a TikTok maybe a year and a half ago, and she was posting about finance stuff, nothing to do with any of this stuff, and she started doing UGC content, which is user generated content as well, and was making money off of that, getting some free bits, doing all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? We're buying this silly house. I do follow some house accounts. Yeah. Clearly there's a market for this. And I started looking at the other accounts and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start posting. And
so you had like a bit of a behind the scenes of how it actually worked as well. Because I think a lot of people don't even realise they do it kind of more as a documentary thing. Yeah. And then they don't open themselves up to opportunities to
pitch for stuff.
Pitch for things, get free things, or even get... Not that that has to be the reason. Like some of the best social media accounts don't have any sort of commercial reasoning.
Well, that's what all the YouTubers were back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
They were just doing it for the fun of it.
Yeah,
they didn't make any
Creative
money.
Freedom,
there was no reason for them to do it other than just because they wanted to, which I think is quite nice, to be fair. It's a nice way to be. People want to see more real stuff. And actually on that, I had my favourite ever interaction on the internet probably about 6 months ago. Yeah. And it's not from a business. It's from a lovely woman called Jane. And she messaged me on Facebook, having seen I did like a video on all the random stuff that we found in the house, and like we found not loads. I was sort of hoping for a bit more in this house, but they got rid of everything quite well. But in the garden there was quite a few gnomes, and I took a photo of this gnome, which I'm sure that Frank can put up on the screen, of a little guy and he's holding his fish, and I made a joke about how it looks like he's on Tinder, and like that was the joke within the video. And she messaged me being like, I know this is really weird and you can ignore me if you like, but I restore gnomes. Please, can you send me your gnome and I'll restore it and send it back to you? So I had this sort of 3-month back and forth with this amazing woman who sent me a whole video diary.
She did like a voiceover, didn't she?
Well, it's just she wasn't on the camera. She was behind the camera filming. And I've made a YouTube video about it if anyone wants to see it, because I had so much content I was trying to edit it down and I physically couldn't, because she's so funny. She was making like all of these silly jokes. She's got like a really cute dog called Bella, a little black lab. And like she did this really lovely job of these little gnomes, and I absolutely love her. And it just makes me love the internet so much. I love her. Have you guys ever had anything like that, where like a random person has reached out?
I thought you were going to say, have I had anything that I found in my house that's funny?
Or that.
We had this huge mound of rubbish. It was like really weird. When we bought the house, at the end of the garden, there was this big just mound of what looks like soil, but when you tried to put a spade in it, it would just hit, because there was like all these capillary roots through the whole thing. So you couldn't like spade it and move it. But also in there was fence panels, there was a gate, there was bags of clothes, there was DVDs,
dead
VHR.
You're getting deeper and deeper.
So convinced that we were going to find a dead body. I genuinely was so convinced. I was reading a book at the time by an author called Claire Douglas. And it's called, I think it's called like Couple at Number 9.
Yes, I've listened to that too.
Yeah. And it's about a couple and they buy a house and it's a reno project vibe. And they find, when the builders are digging foundations for something, they find 2 dead bodies in the garden. And I was like, this is a sign. The universe is telling me to prep myself, because I'm going to find a dead body in the garden.
Imagine reading a book and then the actual reality being...
I was convinced it was going to happen.
Before find bones?
I've seen a few people find bones. I've seen.
I don't know if they're human bones.
Yeah, I don't.
They're
they
probably
might be
like animal bones.
But a lot of
surely.
people find animal bones.
Yeah.
But like even like sheep bones, which are very sort of big. compared
Human,
to
like-
and everyone
bones.
finds newspaper.
Yeah, I do love a newspaper.
I
though.
always see people
You always
find
find a
yeah.
porno mag. It's always
Okay,
a porno
I
mag.
didn't.
Yeah, in my previous
missed
reno,
out
there's a porno
on
mag.
that.
You missed out.
Oh.
I just
You
got.
just haven't looked hard enough.
I literally have stripped
They
the whole
hide
place
them.
back to brick. I don't know where else
we
it's
have
hiding.
no, we had no.
It's got them all. Sorry, beep that out. Just beep it.
Can you actually bleep the name?
Keep it in, but
can.
bleep the name.
One day,
One
it will
day.
be uncensored.
Yeah, one day we'll be able to tell that story, but today, sadly, is not that day.
Today it was just newspaper.
Yeah, I
I
always
just
find
found lots of
newspapers and I'm always like,
newspaper.
and it's always 1970
And
because that's when they lasted
was
work.
Yeah.
1970s. Was yours used to like block up holes in
Yeah.
the brick?
Or like lay on the floor. The funny thing, okay, so this is something that I didn't have on the list to talk about today, which is ridiculous, is that we got burgled,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Oh yeah.
And that was, I was
Mic
going to
drop.
go there with this because the guy crawled through the window, or the person, of course I assume it's a man, Miles's head wouldn't even fit through it.
Miles has a larger head.
He does
And
have a large head.
also, especially with those headphones on, it ain't fitting through anything.
But I have had quite a few comments saying that often it will be like a person with a child and the child will go in and open the door.
So
That's awful.
Yeah, because obviously you think of like, it's like the, what
I'd
they call
much
like
rather
venting
just say
window.
that it was like a 14-year-old who hadn't quite found himself yet and he was trying a bit of criminal
Still a him.
activity to see if
Still
The
a
only
him.
reason I think it was one person is because basically what happened, they climbed through the window and we can see that from the big handprints on the wall.
But they're not that
which
big
is-
handprints.
I didn't actually
man.
check how big they were, to be fair, but they're not small. They're
No.
not like little teeny tiny kid hands.
Yeah,
but
you're
they
not got a
could be
2-year-old
a
burgling you.
teenager. They could be a teenager.
Yeah.
But
With
they
big
climbed
hands.
in and the
most
house was
13-year-old boys are bigger than us. So
well,
yeah, they
depends.
are. I've seen a 13-year-old boy recently.
I haven't. I don't look that hard for 13-year-olds.
You're safe.
You haven't got any 13-year-old boys in your family, have you?
No, just a 19-year-old one. Oh
Yeah.
no, it does go all the way down to 16.
I was going to say there are more.
Oh, and a 2-year-old.
Oh, so you're missing.
Ugh, gap in the market.
Anyway, someone climbed through the window. They wander around the house. It was completely decrepit. It was January, I think, maybe February. It was cold. We hadn't been doing any work in the house, which is why they probably realised that it was worth a look to see if they can try and break in.
Yeah.
Wander around, no floor, nothing downstairs, but there was like the old hooks of where the old owner put all of his keys,
Yeah.
and we just had never got rid of it. And there was a key on there that said key for garage.
Yeah.
So I think what happened is they found that key and they were like, oh, okay, we'll go to the garage. Because actually,
That's where the
that
good stuff is.
But it is smart because in a renovation, you'll put all the stuff in the garage. So they go down there, but on the way, they see the shed, which you could literally blow over. Like it was so badly held together. It was really old.
Mm-hmm.
And Miles had left his bike in there. So they broke into the shed and they got the bike, had a rummage through a toolbox and all this sort of stuff. But there was like a big Karcher pressure washer and like some other tools in there. Nothing major, but that was probably the main thing. And that was it.
And they didn't take that. They,
They
just took the bike.
But this is the thing. This is why I think it was one person.
Yeah.
Because
how
they
could
took
you-
the bike and then they go down to the garage, which is down some steps. You've like right at the other end of the garden.
Yeah.
They try and get in, but the key, luckily we changed the lock, like we changed the padlock.
Well
So it
done.
was the old owner's key. Never label your keys, everyone. Like it's so
yeah, you're
stupid.
signposting.
I'd never even consider this, but like if they break into your house, they can then get into
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah. Key to safe with
Yeah.
code and our PIN number.
exactly.
Just like kind of irrelevant, but relevant. No one would get anywhere in my house. We have about 1 million keys. I don't even know what they're for.
Which is tends to be the case.
We're just actually pranking anyone that comes to burgle us because
Well,
we
that's
just have
basically what we
millions
did.
of keys.
We basically did that. We
Yeah,
kept the old
yeah,
key
you did.
that said key for garage, but they tried to break in and like they did
they
damage the door.
smash
They smashed a window to have a look inside the garage,
Yeah.
which there was lots of things they could
Was
steal.
there some very expensive Vitrolite?
There was.
They didn't take the Vitrolite.
They didn't take the Vitrolite.
They also
Ah!
didn't know it was worth apparently loads of money.
I didn't know it was worth loads of money. But we'll come back to the Vitrolite in a second because that is quite a story. But they came down there, they see that, but this is why I think it was only one person because they would have taken the pressure washer. They would have broken into the garage and got something else.
I love how
that was
deep
their
you've
thing.
got into their psyche.
I mean, I was quite freaked out, Heather.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But they then bugger off with the bike and that was it. So that's why I think it was just one person because even if it was a kid, they would have taken
Also, if it was a
something.
kid, they're going to look at a pressure washer and be like, that's boring.
True.
Don't want that.
And the
I
bike
want
is
the
easy to sell, right? Like that is a
Yeah.
thing that you can get rid of.
Did you then like keep an eye on like marketplace and stuff to see if the bike was being sold?
So Miles, this is the second time he's lost a bike in the last few years. And the last time was in an underground locked storage thing next to a Ferrari. And they managed to get in there, bolt cut his bike and steal it. And then there was CCTV and the police still couldn't even look at it because it was a commercial property. So I do feel for him in that one. This one I don't feel for him because it was just left that basically like you could just walk into this shed. Like there was no security at all.
It could be worse. My brother once on his way home was really drunk, fell asleep on the bench out near my house and then woke up to the sound of someone.
Get through it. Get through it.
The sound of someone.
What?
Driving away.
I've never seen Heather like this before.
On his electric scooter. On his electric scooter.
Wait, he stole your brother's electric scooter?
Yeah, but my brother's asleep and he wakes up to like and someone's literally
Stealing it from his
driving
house.
off in his electric scooter. That was what he woke up to. And he's been rinsed for that for years and years and years. And then he just had to walk home.
So you're telling me that he had gone to the pub or something, he'd got drunk, he got on his electric scooter, because obviously he needs some sort of transport to get to the pub in the first
Which
place.
is dangerous.
He then, yes, and then he decides that he's got probably quite a short and fast journey home, but decides to take a break halfway through to have a nap on a park bench.
Literally, where we were to where we are is probably a 15-minute walk. And
then
he
a
decided to
5-minute
take a break
How old was
in the
he?
middle. So we all like had a drink and we were going out, but he wasn't old enough to come out.
Okay.
So he then had to like, I'm going to go home. And I think it just like, I don't even know, but it literally, I got the call like, my scooter's just been stolen.
Out of my hands.
Literally.
No, I left my scooter unattended while I had a nap on a public
It
bench,
was,
and it
was
got
attended
taken.
with his eyes
Yeah.
closed.
What a surprise!
So I think Miles and Hal one day can have a drink and talk about how their things have been stolen, their bikes and their scooters. It's my brother also had another couple of bikes lost. So
Yeah.
maybe
It's quite an easy thing to lose, but that is really dumb. Bless him.
whatever you were saying, continue.
Bless his cotton socks. Oh, that was basically it. But yeah, so Miles had 2 bikes stolen. The second one, Facebook Marketplace. He's not going to look for it because did it the first time round. Couldn't be asked. And I think fair enough. But the police were really good. They came around, we had forensics over and they dusted everything and
Really
they looked at stuff.
interesting.
I mean, they said it was going to be like 4 months until we got fingerprints back because there were a couple. Are you okay? Heather's lost it today. I love it.
You're gonna find out it's the same kid that stole his scooter.
It's the you've not even had any of those.
I was gonna say I'm surprised, but I'm really not surprised.
Okay, continue.
I'm surprised about this though. This is great.
Yeah, I've never
You've
seen
changed
you like
colour.
this.
It's amazing.
I'm
Heather's
really
having a
struggling.
breakdown.
Okay,
Should we and Dot have a conversation about Vitrolite?
I'm just gonna
It's not
talk
funny.
about Vitrolite.
Yeah, let's
that's
bore
gonna
her.
that's
Let's
gonna
bore
really
you.
that's gonna bring me back down to earth.
Yeah.
Come on, give it to me.
She's trying to stay awake right now.
Oh my god! All right, so back to the Vitrolite. Heather's having a mental breakdown, so we're just gonna talk away from her.
Yeah, like you do all the time. On your
Yeah,
holiday.
true. Yeah, okay, fine.
You're
all
here
right.
still. Okay.
I walked straight into that one. But Vitrolite basically is a green. I think it can be different colours, but the main one is this sort of. I can't cope with you. You're gonna start laughing.
I'm just going to look at the lamp. Okay,
Okay.
continue. I need to compose myself.
So Vitrolite is this like green tile. It's glass and it's not made anymore. Which we
Was it
didn't
made
know.
in the UK? Is it like a
I think it might be or was. It was like 1920s.
Was there a reason they stopped
1930s.
making it?
asbestos or something?
Probably. I don't actually know. I haven't gone that deep. Everyone's
Lead
got-
poisoning.
So it's not like
Yeah.
it's unsafe or something.
No, I don't think it is unsafe.
expensive to
But
make.
I think it was expensive at the time and it was quite a thing and Americans love it is what I've realised. People in the UK it's not common because they don't make it anymore, but I think you all saw it in your like parents' bathroom or whatever and then they're like, I don't want it.
Yeah,
And we
out
walked
of
in and I was
fashion.
like, I don't like these tiles, but also regardless, we need to break into this bath
Yeah, because
to
the
look
bath was
underneath it.
like enclosed
Yeah,
in these tiles.
You had
right?
the bath against the wall, and then you have the tiles as a upstand.
I know this is meant to be your episode, and I do keep interrupting you, but wasn't and telling your story for you? Wasn't the bath claw
Yeah.
bath? That had
And
been
that's what I thought was
So
exciting.
not only do you have like an iron claw bath,
Yeah, cast iron bath.
beautiful. You know, each little foot is like a little lion's paw. It's then not only that's so expensive, and then not only that, it's then covered up with Vitrolite. How much money did these people
I
have?
know. I
Well,
was
this
going to
was not
say.
the people we bought it from. It was the people before that.
They have like gold laced staircases, and
You find like gold newspaper.
But the thing is,
in
that's the
them.
thing. I also don't, because obviously I've been following you for a while. You had, this was Vitrolite you had the surprise after surprise for the bathroom and the leak. Anywhere else that you had like these high quality, amazing?
Or they just poured everything they had into the bathroom.
They loved a bath.
Most things were in the bathroom. I think what happened is that the original owners had it. It was then bombed in the war.
Yeah.
And we had an extension on the front. And at that time, they opened up the hallway. They redid a lot of things.
Cool.
And I think they must have had a lot of money to be doing this, right? So that's, I think, when they did the Vitrolite bathroom.
Yeah, money.
But other than the bedrooms, everything else, I think, has been changed since. Actually, my friend Joel was over for my party last year, and he was knocking on. He's got a renovation house, and he loves all this shit.
So while everyone else is having fun
around.
and having parties and like eating food and eating cocktail sausages off sticks, he's there like knocking on your.
You do become that friend when you've had a reno. Like when I'm like,
because you're like, obviously that's the skirting.
And my friends are like, hello.
I feel like you either do that where you go and find the dog and you go and sit with the dog for the entire party,
or you go and look for original features that are hidden,
or you go and find historical features, or what is
knocking on the plaster, seeing if it's blown.
Yeah.
Trying to see if there's a cavity wall.
Can everyone keep the noise down, having fun? Because I'm trying to listen to if this plaster's blown.
But yeah, he was knocking on the staircase, and he was like, I think there's spindles in here, because it was like dead and then open and then dead and open.
I love this idea that you've just got a friend who's like trying to tell you that he thinks that there's spindles in there, and you're like, come and join the party. Like, we're all having fun over here, and you're like, I think there's spindles in here.
I also think you've misunderstood me.
Because
I obviously
you're there
with
as
him
well
doing that, like having a great time.
Meg is also not at the party.
No, I was not. I was not there. Miles was outside cooking all the pizzas for everyone all on his own, and I'm there like knocking around the house. But then, like a week later, we took all of the panels off, and there were little hearts underneath them. So we have these like art. I think they're like arts and crafts. I think is the right age. It's like 1930, and they're flat, but they've got little hearts cut out. And
the
I just
hobbycraft
can't.
Era.
Yeah, I just can't. Hobbycraft era. That's quite good.
So you found spindles with hearts.
With hearts. But they were the main things, really. Otherwise, we haven't found loads of stuff. So it was the Vitrolite bath, and we'll go back to that. So Miles was smashing it up.
Yeah.
And because we genuinely needed to. And I mean, he was smashing it up more than he maybe needed to, because we were putting it into rubble bags.
I know Miles is not on this podcast, but he is here. Miles, did you enjoy smashing it?
He said, oh, yeah.
It's so fun smashing things.
It's quite a good video.
Saw it,
and I've seen the video, and it's just the way it just goes, it just like cracks.
It shatters, and it's quite fun. It was because they were quite big sheets, and we didn't think they were valuable.
If you ever do want your, because I know you're going to get to the point of the story, but you haven't. They're in your. They're in your location. They exist.
They're in your location.
I wasn't going to say where they, just in case someone tried to steal them.
They can fucking have them now. They'd be like, I've been trying to sell them for months.
But I think you should just get one. Get a small, quite cute, little, maybe pink handle hammer.
I would actually put them back in the house somewhere.
And just...
What about
smash it.
I don't know which
tradition
it is where they smash a plate, but you could smash a bit of Vitrolite at your wedding.
Oh.
Great idea.
I'm going to a Greek wedding next month, so I take some with me and smash it for them.
Here's your present, a bit of Vitrolite. They're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I don't know either.
I love the idea of you going through customs with all your Vitrolite.
It's like, that is dangerous, put it away. You were saying smash it for rage bait. I was like, actually, maybe I could put it in the house somewhere.
Yeah, I'm there.
Dot is constantly in search of rage bait.
Yeah.
Get people angry on the internet, and you're like, I might put it in my kitchen.
I don't hate it anymore. I think now people have opened my eyes to the fact that it's quite nice.
I don't understand how you can really use it, because it's surely it's not a DIY thing. You'd have to get it like properly
to go take
done.
It to like a glass cutter or
that
something.
Would cut, but then you'd lose, because it's already cut. You'd lose all the edges. So what space do you have? You can reuse it, that it works, that that's small enough.
I know exactly.
What? Okay,
go on, Dot.
Oh no.
Arts and craft era, hobbycraft era. Get a piece, smash it. It's in lots of little bits.
You've lost me. Okay, carry on.
Get a piece. Okay, go to your garage.
No,
I don't want to smash it. Is what I'm saying.
Unspecified location.
Okay, but I'm giving you an idea, and you're going to listen to it. So you take a piece, you smash it, you turn it into lots of little shards.
Yeah.
You get like a little
tray,
and you do mosaic.
Could do mosaic with it, but
and
then
you can actually
then have it as a tray.
And then just have it sit in the corner of the room for the rest of your life.
It could be a plate if you wanted it to be, but it'd just be a little bit of Vitrolite in your house.
That'd be quite cute. I was more thinking like a top for a cabinet or something, because I have got these sheets are like 1.5 meters by 600s.
vanity unit?
They're quite big. Yeah, that's what I was
You
thinking.
love your vanity units.
I do love my vanity units. I do love my furniture. So that does take me on to actually some of my old jobs because I absolutely love furniture because I used to source furniture for pubs and restaurants. Heather's laughing at me because she thinks I'm such a nerd, but it's true. I genuinely love it.
Nerds unite, just different nerds.
Different nerds, different special
nerds.
interests.
While Heather was traveling the world, doing loads of jobs, being lash extension technician,
Say that 10 times fast.
and she was something else and something else, and
And
then a
au
real
pair
estate
and-
agent.
Yeah. I was refurbing pubs and restaurants.
That's
Which is actually a really, really cool job.
I did love it. And
give it to
genuinely,
you.
I'm such a snob with it all because I understand what's good and what's not, and it annoys me.
When I met Meg, and I know we've already gone over the story about this, but when I met Meg, and after a few glasses of wine, she started telling me where everything in the...
I've been there. If you've been in a pub with Meg, she'll tell you where it's from.
Everyone who knows me, I've done this too.
She's
And I
like,
can't
did you
help myself.
know? I'm like, this is going to be about the table we're sat at. This is going to be about the chairs.
I'm sorry, all right? They're often the wrong height for the table.
I missed that.
I'm always quite a stickler for how tall the dining table is compared to the chair.
You have
It's
said that before.
everywhere we go.
It's because they're all wrong.
You'll comment.
Anyone who works at my old company will totally agree with me because it's a canon event from that.
But it's weirdly something that I don't actually think is super nerdy or not relate to at all because I worked in hospitality. It's like just coming at it from a different angle.
It's true.
Like, so when you're pointing stuff out, however much I have just taken the piss, I do actually find it interesting. A little
Really?
bit. Yeah.
Oh, you're digging yourself back out of that hole. Understood. But yeah, I used to manage refurbs of pubs and I did the furniture side of things and I did love it. I left after COVID and I've been a project manager like ever since. But it's been quite interesting coming back around to actually doing my own stuff because I've been in it's not exactly the same, obviously, because when you live somewhere compared to a commercial space, it's very different. But I'm there like using all my sourcing skills and like finding stuff and I'm obsessed. The place I worked at, we did some new stuff, but generally their niche was that it was old stuff turned back new. We had workshops and reupholstery and all that sort of stuff. And I'm now here like I wish I still worked there so that I could get like access to those workshops again.
I bet it's hard though, because at the moment your place is a building site. So I know
Kills
you've
me.
got your vanity unit, and I do actually want to mention your vanity unit in a minute, but that's like, you have to admit it. It's a bit like, well, you will install it soon, I suppose. But it,
Actually will install it soon. Yeah, they're doing it
but
next week.
that's of today.
Yeah.
You went and sourced this thing like months and months ago.
Yeah.
And I get why you did it, but you could argue that it was like way too early. But then this kind of makes
But then I
makes
thought
sense.
so. I thought so too until the plumber went, I need the vanity unit tomorrow because
Yeah,
I need
that's
to know how
very
big
true.
it is.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have actually if I didn't need to, but he was like, you have to. And then I was working with Drench with it, and I was like, I need to get the sink that fits the vanity, and I had to buy a new one. And
What was so special about the vanity? Why did it need to be so like?
because
specific?
normally when you design a bathroom, you're like, I will have a vanity unit that's 600 wide, or I'll have a vanity unit that's 800 wide, and then they can put the pipes in the right place. So it's because I was replumbing everything.
But
I had
it
to choose where
sounds
the
like you were being
pipes
very
go.
specific about this vanity or finding a certain type of
Well,
vanity.
I
or
wanted an
that's
old
not
one
the case.
anyway. And I knew that I wanted an old one because everything else in the bathroom's quite new. I wanted a bit of, it's like mid-century vibes. But I didn't know what I was going to have. I thought I could get away with waiting for quite like until like now, really, for doing it. But to be able to centralise it to the wall, they need to know where the pipes go.
I think if Meg knew that she was going to buy something from a company, she can be pretty sure it's either going to be 900, 800 or 600. It's like, it's not really going to be anything else than those. But because she knew she was going to get something bespoke, it could be 95.
the old stuff's like random sizes.
You just
Okay.
don't know. But so
It's just, it's a chest of drawers, so it's a bit random.
and you're not going to necessarily cut the chest of drawers like widthways to like make it fit. But something really interesting, just like, and because this podcast is meant to be a useful educational part to it,
We'll try.
you decided to have your sink flush in, which is cool. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you see that quite a lot. But what you often see is a bowl on top of a vanity unit. You see a lot of people
Hey.
buying old pieces of wood.
I did it.
Yeah, cool. But you were
Have you washed your
saying,
face in it?
No, but also it's really not very user friendly because it's such a tiny bathroom. Moving on.
Anyway.
but this is what I mean. It's
These
like
are my
learning,
worries.
like it's learning the size it is. That it's not that useful. But then also you were saying that it's really hard to clean as well.
So we had them in our old flat and we had a double sink, which is another thing I wouldn't have because
Yeah,
we don't brush
useless.
our
So useless. We have that
Dirty.
at my family home.
There's
the
more of
other
them.
sink has never been used.
Yeah.
Literally
I honestly
once.
think I'd use it all the time. Steph
But
and I
you've got to clean. If you brush your teeth at the same time
Yes.
or wash your face at the same time,
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes.
If you don't, it's not.
Okay.
You know, like, do you guys
If
get
you
ready
know,
at the
you
same time?
Yeah.
Fine. Then that makes sense.
Steph
so
has a
insane.
magnet. He's
Yeah.
like, as soon as I'm in there, I need a wee. I need to brush my teeth. I need to wash my face. It's like, are you doing that because I'm doing that? But like, do you now need a wee because I'm having a
You're
wee?
such
Like
a
what?
trendsetter.
Yeah, right. It's just right, you now wash your face because I'm washing my face, but you never would have done that.
It's
before.
quite cute though. He wants to spend time with you.
We both have like, you know, we're all sort of on the scale of some kind, and we definitely have that thing where like we need someone just to be
body
there.
double.
Body doubling. Huge.
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 I can't do
Repost
anything if Miles isn't at
every
home.
day.
Yeah.
That's why I think I love audiobooks, because my audiobooks body double with
Really?
me. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I can't get my sister to do it all the time. She's like, oh God, can you not do anything by yourself? I'm like, right, I need an audiobook to body double with me.
I'm the absolute opposite. I don't need a body double.
She's
Steph
like,
needs a body double.
body double away.
I actually need
Leave.
everyone just to leave me alone so I can actually be productive. That's my
Really?
problem. If I have
If
someone
I
there,
get
can't.
started, I'm fine.
Like hanging out with you guys is fun, but I literally don't get shit done. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but it's like, if
Unless
I'm
you're
doing an
teaching
errands
us.
day, I would hate to do that alone.
Oh no.
An errands day,
Errands
if
I can live with.
I'll wait for Anya to get home, and then I'm like, do you want to run some errands? She's like, oh, I do need to do that too. So we'll go and do it together. But like, I wouldn't get anything done. And if she's like, no, I'm like, you bitch, you know I can't do this without you. And now
Yeah.
you're saying no. And now I'm not going to get done what I need to get done. And it's just awful.
But I know you're very excited to be able to get to the stage where you can start doing soft furnishings.
Yeah, so that is where what I really love. Like
She
I'm
comes into her own.
Yeah, I'm learning about all of the sort of base level stuff, but I do find it difficult to care. Like I know that it really matters, but to get like the flooring done and like I don't know, like I love it, but I would almost rather it just be there.
But
and
also
I could
you
work from it.
decided your flooring and you kind of knew that was coming. Because obviously your brain is working logistically. You are like, okay, well, of course I can't think about the kitchen before I thought about the floor. But you've thought about the floor.
Yeah,
You thought about the floor months and months and months ago. You probably chose it months and months ago. So for you, the novelty is over. You know
True.
that floor. And it's like, it still hasn't laid yet.
yeah,
And you're waiting on so much other stuff. Like, it's great. The kitchen, super excited when you did it, signed off on it. You'll love it when it gets in. But like, until it gets in, it's like, oh, yeah, it's the kitchen.
it's
Like,
going to come
the
soon.
novelty's over. I chose that.
What I can sit there and be really excited about though is the windows. I can't
Yeah.
wait for that. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, I did like a mock up. So our kitchen company, who are kindly giving us a bit of a discount, the Painted Kitchen Company, who are brilliant, they did me a little render of the kitchen, and then I went into Canva and like pasted different things over it and put a blind up and put some flowers on the table and all this sort of stuff. And someone in real life and someone online thought it was a real picture.
Yeah.
They were like, hang on, you've done that quickly. And I was like, no, this is fake. Like that's how good it is.
the CGI
And I was like,
was.
this is amazing. So I like choosing like a blind. Obviously, I don't know if I'm going to go with these blinds, but like I just sort of got some colour in there and put some bits up. And I can't wait.
And when
gonna be
it's
so good.
finished, I'm telling you, we are not going anywhere near my house. That's for sure. Everything
We'll
is
see.
being held at your house.
Oh yeah, I want to host. I want to do all the hosting.
Yep.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna be like, Meg, can you hop out? I want to come around with my friends. Actually.
You've
You've got the best house.
You're the second
around.
friends to say that. One of our friends wants to start hosting like paid for dinner parties, and it's like, can I use your house? It's like, if we can come.
Do you remember
This
that?
thing.
Was it Netflix? Huge rage a few years ago. The boys will know. Frank will know. The one that was done in one take.
Oh, what, 1917?
No,
That's not about a house.
no, more recent than that. It's the one about Andrew Tate stuff, isn't it?
Yes, the
The
little boy. Adolescence.
Yeah.
Thank you. Adolescence is done in one take per episode. I think there was 4 episodes.
Oh, that was really recent. That was this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The house that obviously they did everything in one take. Obviously they did multiple takes, but so the house that was used for the little boy's house, obviously that's a real house. It really exists. And I think they had it for 2 weeks, and I think this family got paid like, I'm going to pluck a number out of the air. I'm sure it might not be correct, but it was something like 17k, which obviously up in Liverpool where they were like, this is this is huge money for us. Like this is going to really help us. And that was just for literally like a couple of weeks of having it. But obviously you have to move out. And this is what this other person was saying. They move out, they change things, they ruin your driveway, not on purpose. Like they obviously tidy up after themselves, but vans
Things can get
and
broken
trucks
or
and
damaged,
things getting moved and, scuffs and stuff. And it's like, is it actually worth it? Maybe.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm not really gagging.
That's
for
not
that,
your
but-
plans for when the house are finished, but what are your plans?
Oh, my plans for when the house is finished is to get a dog.
Hmm.
That's my number one. But we need to get a fence. At the
What's
back
your
of
number
the
two?
garden. Number 2 is to have babies.
Yay!
You just had your friend over with a baby, haven't you? You're like all
I
in
love
baby
babies
Oh my god!
so much.
I literally I was just like making conversation with her that while she was driving me home, and I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go and pick up my friend who's got a baby." And I was like, "Oh, cool! Like it's nice seeing a baby." And you just went really gushy, like understandably, but you were like, "I just love babies. I don't like to hear
Babies
that.
so
I
much.
just want to stroke the baby." And I was
when-
like, "Okay, Heather."
When we were going to pick her up from the airport, I was like, Anya, do you want to come with me to pick her up? And she was like, no. And then the next morning, like, I'm like, Anya, meet Flora. And Anya's like, she's terrifying. I was like,
This tiny little
you don't
baby.
say that about someone's baby, Anya. Like, no.
Is she scared of breaking her or scared of the child?
There have been situations where babies have cried on first look of Anya. Like Anya will like hold the baby and it immediately crumples, and I'm like, give it back.
Oh,
So
no.
and then there was a
Is
case.
she holding her like by a toe or something?
No,
Is that what
no,
it
she's
is?
fine. It's just, it's like me with dogs. It's an unnatural collaboration.
Sure.
I am like, why is it doing that? Stop looking at me. Or like, if it's like jumping up, I'm like, how do I handle this? What do I do? And I think she's similarly with babies, that
Okay.
she's kind of like, it's a bit of an unnatural thing.
I'm like that with babies. So when I have
Are
my
you?
baby, I'll just give it to Heather.
Give it to me.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
my plan.
And literally every morning that she was here is part of the reason I'm so tired, is because every morning she was here, I was like, when she wakes up, just bring her into me. And that's when I was a nanny. That's how I got often woken up by
I
the
forgot
kids,
you're a
is that they'd
nanny.
like,
Heather and her million jobs.
they'd like come in and they'd wake me up in the morning, and there's nothing better, Frank may disagree, than being woken up by a baby.
When it's not your baby.
When it's not your baby and you can give it back.
Yeah.
But like when I'd wake up in the morning, like I so struggle to wake up in the mornings. But when there's a baby that's just like, I'm like, yes, I'm awake now because you're here with me. So I'm so
This is
excited.
very sweet, but
I'm
mental.
so excited for this to happen, for
Yes.
you two to have babies.
Well, we've got a wedding to plan in the meantime as well, so we're a little way off.
Yeah, that's coming up soon.
But you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah, blah, 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 babies.
You can just play with Luca the whole time.
So true. So true.
That is Frank's child, just for context.
Just like
The
some
only one
random
here
child.
with a child. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I was just distracted on my phone there because I've just seen some person with a man's name comment on a bunch of my TikToks just being really mean.
Oh.
So I'm now like riled up. But let's not be mean. Let's be good on the internet. Let's be nice people.
Some person with a man's
So
name.
I've got quite a few people in my little network that are interior designers. And so they were saying that they, you know, that trend of like, hi, my name's Dot, and
Yeah.
I chose the whole house. And then Steph would go, hi, I'm Steph, and then just cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know that trend. Well, they were doing where it was like the interior designer was like, hi, I'm the interior designer. I'd like this, this, this. And then it's like, hi, I'm the builder. Cut short. No one cares. We're doing the interior design thing. I just thought that was so funny.
Please do. Hi, I'm Meg. Da, 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 da. Hi, I'm Miles. Cut. Hi, I'm.
It's not
Really?
untrue that that is the way that our life is. I get his opinion on things, but yeah, he's normally
Hi,
wrong.
I'm the boss.
Yeah, I am the boss.
Hi, I'm Miles.
Yeah.
I feel like I can do that with Steph and you can do that with Anya.
Yeah, but Steph wouldn't.
No, I'd have to do it for him.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Steph.
Hi, I'm Dot. Hi, I'm Steph. No, I want to do the trend with Hal, which is like POV your brother, because he doesn't have fragile masculinity, and they give it's like the girl with her purse.
the
and she's like,
handbag.
oh, it's so heavy,
Yeah.
and gives it to the brother, and then he like flings it over his shoulder.
Struts off.
Yeah, and I'm working hard on it because he's
He'll
like,
do it.
he will not. No, the trend at the
Really?
moment is looking as POV, your brother does have fragile masculinity, because he's probably going to throw the purse back in my face when I try and give it to him. So watch this space for whatever may or may not come out.
I'm going to do that and I'm going to be like, POV, my man doesn't have masculine fragility. I broke. That is audio and visual representation of me breaking.
Masculine fragile.
You want to try that again, babe? No, not really. No.
Fragile masculinity.
Joke as well.
Oh.
So POV, my man doesn't have masculine.
No.
Fragile.
It's like the buttery flaky crust meme. It's this old guy saying buttery flaky crust, and he's
yeah.
like buttery crusty flake. Sorry, crinkly Rusty Frigley. I can't do it.
So I had speech therapy for years.
Did you?
Now I
Talk.
feel bad.
I can't believe you had speech therapy. You don't ever stop talking.
I know. They unlocked something in me.
Did you not speak, or could you not speak?
I could not speak.
So this genuinely was you having a breakdown. Okay, well, I feel bad now.
She's reverted back.
Anyway, POV. My man doesn't have fragile masculinity. I hand my purse to Arlo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he would strut off.
I'm glad we got there in the end.
He would strut off.
I can't believe you had speech therapy.
Stutter, stammer, lisp, all of it. Couldn't get words out.
I feel horrendous.
Oh my God.
It's all right, guys. I bully you. You can bully me sometimes. Occasionally.
But when it's an actual, genuine, deep-rooted trauma issue, I feel quite bad. And on that note, thank you so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, share, and do say hello. And if you've got any questions for us, just let us know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel and definitely leave us a review on Spotify if you can.
3 dots.
3 dots.
And I also...
One dot, 3 dots.
3 dots. Also, I know that I've kind of said things like, oh, write comments and stuff. And sort of, I still don't actually know how to do that. I've just seen people do it and I don't know how to do it.
It's okay. They can work it out.
ChatGPT it, please.
Yeah. Google it.
And then comment to tell Dot how to do
Yes,
it.
please.
Yeah.
Do tell
Give
me.
her a thing.
And how to speak. Thank you.
Yeah, you've gone through all your speech therapy and now you're on the podcast.
Look at that success story.
What a redemption
Yeah.
arc.
Well done, babe. Well done.
Thanks,
well,
guys.
thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next week.
Bye.